Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, for those who don't know me, and today we are going to kind of step back from the DIY a little bit as we're transitioning, as you know from the last video. If you haven't, go check that out. I'll leave it up in the corner somewhere for you to check it out. Yes, we're back. 1, 2, 3 Reno. I have a building that I created and I'll show it to you guys just in a minute. Basically, it's going to be a cafe styled as a rustic Scandinavian. It's going to be just kind of a place for students that want to go somewhere to just kind of relax, do their studies, and be able to just have a place to go to if they just want to hang out. Before we get into building and everything, we're gonna just take a look at a mood board that I had created, direction of where to go. Some people call them an inspiration board. Mine's more of a mood board because I have things on it that not necessarily to inspire the space, but just kind of a feeling that I'm trying to go for. Rustic Scandinavian is what we've decided, and the one thing that does pop up as kind of color in Scandinavian is the plants. So they don't have a lot of plants in Scandinavian, but they don't shy away from it. It's very white and browns, and taking that rustic element, I think it'll create a nice cozy space, but keeping the colors minimal will make it feel still clean and fresh, and we're gonna hopefully stick with that. And the one that we're going to is this one here, so you'll be able to see what I have so far. Just kind of quickly give you a grasp, it's like an old building that got transformed into some townhomes, and then on the side is where the cafe is. So I've got kind of like the back parking area, and then this is one house that I've kind of designed ahead of time just to understand. So it's kind of like a single home for somebody. So it's like a fold-out bed. So it's a very single home that I designed for this. Just before you walk into the coffee shop over here, there is a stair that leads down to a laundromat down below. So the people that have townhomes, there's not enough space really to put in their own washer and dryer, so I put in a laundromat just below. What we're actually here for, I haven't quite finished the roof yet on the cafe side, but I just quickly did it for the townhomes over there so that that's kind of like finished, and we can come back to that if we want to later. It's 3 levels, but I'm not gonna make it 3 levels. We're going to probably have one area just completely open. Depending on how much I can use down here, I'd like to almost have the whole thing open. That's what I'm going for, but we'll see what happens. Alright, you guys, so we have completed this Rustic Scandinavian 123 Reno Café, and it turned out fairly good, I think. Maybe down the line, if we want to come back and maybe touch it up a little bit or change some things, we can do that for sure. Guys, let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions, or maybe you think something doesn't work as well as I think it works, and we can talk about it and we can change it together so that these students in The Sims can have the best study area around the town, you know? This is the entranceway. Something simple and inviting. We have some plants. We have some nice black and white photography pictures that I think just give it a little more an interesting appeal to the wall. Maybe you take a look at them before you enter. Kind of give you a sense that you're going into a space that isn't so in-depth and involved with heavy colors. Something to relax your mind in. And on top of that, literally on top of that, there's a sign above here, just kind of like cozy vibe. What does this say? I got a clue because it's in their funky language, but I felt like it was a nice sign for welcome, come in, cozy, relax. On the outside, I kind of created my own little coffee shop sign. I don't think I'm going with that red. Ooh, the flame doesn't really change. Maybe the white, because it does that contrast on it, maybe? I don't know. Again, leave your comments down below. Always interested in people's opinions. So this is the entranceway here. So we have a subtle little wood door that I thought gave that rustic. It was very subtle. Then we have kind of like their to-do board or some things that might be happening in the area, sports teams that they can post there to make it a little more of that cozy at home sense. I put in some coat racks and maybe somewhere to put your shoes if you decide to take your shoes off. This, as we all know, is the main area, the coffee area. Using the woods as much as possible and trying to stay with basically just like a white or black. Their kind of menu for where to order from. Over here, I kind of put in just some items that were rustic, but could also be just a shop venue kind of style. So, but I made them white so that they didn't have a major impact on the space. It was just kind of a little interest in the corner so that it wasn't completely empty. When you're in like a Starbucks, you kind of have those long tables and they just have chairs lined up. It's kind of the vibe that we were going for. As we refer back to our mood board, I wanted chairs that kind of had that Winchester. I just thought it was kind of something that was, again, a little more interesting because of all the wood, straight lines, it kind of follows that. So my goal for this wall here, this kind of like accent wall, I didn't have it in the mood board because I didn't find something that it was going for, but I wanted a kind of all black wall, like full wall length bookshelf to balance all the texture that's going on from the wood, just to keep that there. And I put the shelves above to kind of give it a little bit more height to it. And then I just kind of repeated some more areas over here with a warm brown rug from the same browns that are in the table. Now the bathroom is a slightly different wall. It's not as clear of brick as you could see. Like, you can clearly see the brick, where in this one you can't. It's just kind of a rough texture, which I thought was kind of nice and interesting to break up that. As you can see, there is going to be these type of lights, which I thought were so great to just have something that's not as impactful, but keep that metal that I wanted from these lights. So I thought that was a great way to do that. Next floor. So you first come up this, and right on your left hand side is another bathroom. Again, has those same woods, because I didn't want to complicate it too much. I wanted them to be fairly similar. However, I did use like a smaller light that you saw downstairs in that like bar area for the coffee and stuff, just smaller. So I thought that was kind of an interesting way to bring the same elements upstairs. First thing you'll notice is that I did bring that same wall texture upstairs, but I made it white, because Scandinavian, black or white basically is your options other than wood. And I just thought it would give it another interest in the space. So then we come over into this corner over here, where it's kind of like a relaxing sitting area that you can hang out with your friends. I added like a little shelf in the corner there. Thought was interesting in a coffee shop area as well. You sometimes have those people that entertain or play instruments. I added this little beam just to give place for the lights to go, and also kind of adds an interesting detail to not only the space, but it directs your eye to the performer. So I thought that was a great idea. I guess while we're up here, I'll show you kind of what's going on up here. Just kind of art. I thought we are advertising mainly to university students. Not only university students, but our main focus is them. So I added like just fun sayings up here, and then I have kind of some clothing up here, you know, if they wanted to buy like merch for the company, we can do that. So back down to the second level, we have this back-to-back workstation, and they just kind of have the similar chairs from downstairs, so bringing that in detail from downstairs up to the second floor to keep the whole space cohesive. Repeating the same carpet as downstairs, adding a different color of bookshelf. I put a black one in between, just kind of offsets from the other ones, so it breaks up that wall from being too heavy. Again, you see the lights from downstairs, kind of like a secondary nook or bar area that many things like cookies and crackers and instant coffee or hot chocolate from upstairs. That's kind of what I was going there. I love the big windows, adds so much light into the space. Oh, it looks good. Thing with these ones though that I didn't recognize is that there is I think that concludes our Rustic Scandinavian 123 Retro Cafe today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, don't forget to give that thumbs up button a press. This is the type of content that you are interested in, whether it's related to decor or DIYs. This is definitely what we're doing right now on this channel. Make sure to subscribe so that you can see my videos that come out. Don't want to miss a video that comes out every Tuesday. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I want to wish you guys a happy Tuesday. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh my god. I'm just dying over here. It's fine.